Hello and welcome or welcome back to Happy Breath Creations. My name is Jessie and this is my channel where we do all things art, yoga, and meditation. So today we have a yin practice ready. We're just going to take 5 deep breaths in each pose. It's not going to be a very long practice. I just wanted to make something short and quick and simple and easy to kind of help you recharge or to, I don't know, rest and relax. And yeah, so anyway, let's start seated. Actually, we're going to start in a dragonfly. There we go. Dragonfly position. So legs are out long, feet out wide. And inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, just start to fold forward, reaching for the front of your mat or the top of your mat. And then you can start to round through the spine. You can bring your chin to your chest. And just hang out here for 5 deep breaths. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And take another breath in and another breath out. And take another breath in and another breath out. Let your body soften. Take another breath in and another breath out. Let your head grow a little heavier. And take another breath in here, just one more. And one more breath out. Great job. And slowly start to come up. Maybe take a little bit of movement, just whatever feels nice. And then we'll start to meet in a dragon position. Also, this is lizard pose, if you know that. So my favorite way to get here is to start in a downward facing dog. Take your right leg all the way up, and then step your right leg to the outside of your right hand. So we'll just stay here. We'll stay nice and lifted this first round. You can drop down to the knee if you really want to, but since we're just here for 5 breaths, maybe stay active, stay activated. So take a breath in and a breath out. Let the hips sink a little deeper. Take another breath in and exhale. Maybe let the head hang heavy. Take another breath in and exhale. Try to soften through the body as much as possible. 2 more breaths in. 2 more breaths out. Last inhale here. Last exhale. Okay, and inhale, take that right leg all the way up and back. You can bend the knee, open the hip, and then meet back in a downward facing dog. Let's get that other side. Inhale, lift your left leg, and exhale, step that left foot just to the outside of that left hand. And then same thing here. You can drop down to that back knee if you really want to, but I invite you to keep this active. And take a breath in. And exhale, let the hips soften a little bit. Take a breath in. And let the head hang heavy. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften a little more. 2 more breaths in. 2 more breaths out. Last breath in here. Last breath out. And inhale, lift that left leg all the way up and back. You can bend the knee, open the hip, and then bring it back down. And we'll come back into a seated position. And maybe just take any movement here that feels nice. Maybe swaying the knees side to side. Just taking any movement here that feels good in your body. And now let's go into a whale pose. So we'll meet on our bellies. Take your right arm out long, wrist in line with the shoulder. Start to push yourself up onto that right side. Now, the gentlest form of this pose is to just bring your knees to your chest and hang out here. Or you can take that right leg out long and take the left leg up and over and find a deeper twist in the spine. And then if you're here and you want a little bit more, you can take that left arm up and over as well, finding an opening in the shoulder, in the chest. And take a big breath in and a big breath out. Take 4 more big, deep breaths in here. And exhale. Inhale for 3. Exhale, let your body grow a little softer. Inhale for 4. Exhale. Inhale, last time. Exhale, stay. All right, and let's start to make our way to the other side. So unraveling here, unrolling. Take that left arm out long, this time wrist in line with the shoulder. Bring your left cheek down to your mat. Start to press yourself up and over onto that left side. And same options here on this side. You can bring your knees to your chest, or you can leave that left leg out long. Take the right leg up and over. Maybe find that wrap with the arm if it feels okay. And stay for the breath in. Let your body grow a little heavier, a little softer on the breath out. Take a breath in. Find stillness on the breath out. Take a breath in. And a breath out. This is our 4th breath in here. Let your body grow a little softer on the breath out. 1 more breath in here. 1 more breath out. And slowly start to unwind, unravel, come back to center. You can press up into a child's pose. You can take some cat-cows, just taking any movement here that feels nice. And then we'll meet in a downward facing dog again. We're going to set up for swan or sleeping swan. So again, get there however you would like. My favorite way is to go into a downward facing dog and inhale, lift that right leg all the way up. And exhale, find sleeping swan by bringing that right knee to your right wrist. Right foot comes to the left edge of your mat. An option here, you can stay lifted or you can sink down onto the forearms. Let your head hang heavy. We're just here for 5 deep breaths. Three more deep breaths. Last breath in. Let your body soften a little more on the breath out. And slowly start to plant your hands, lift your chest, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and inhale, 3-legged dog. Send that right leg up and back. Again, you can bend the knee, open the hip, take any movement here that feels nice. And then we'll make our way to the other side by inhaling that left leg up and exhaling, find half pigeon on the left, or half sleeping swan rather. Bring your left knee to your left wrist, left foot comes to that right edge of your mat. And same options here. You can stay lifted, lifting the chest, or you can drop down to your forearms, let your head hang heavy. We're here for 5 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, find an opening in the hip. Inhale. Exhale, soften into the hip flexor, the glutes. Inhale. Exhale, sink into the shoulders a little bit more. I think this is our last inhale. Exhale, soften the whole body. And finally, start to plant your hands, lift your chest, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Send that left leg up and back. Open the hip and the knee. Take any movement that feels nice. And then we'll meet in a child's pose whenever you are ready. No rush. But whenever you are ready, come back down to your hands and knees. Take your knees out wide to the edges of your mat. Bring your big toes together to touch. Sink your hips down and back onto your heels. Walk your hands forward. Rest your forehead all the way down. We're here for 5 deep breaths. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Take another breath in. Exhale, sink the hips a little closer to the heels. Inhale. Exhale, soften the shoulders and the back. Inhale. Exhale, drop the chest a little closer to the earth. Inhale, stay. And exhale, soften. Inhale, start to come up. Come back onto your hands and knees. Take any movement here that feels nice. Maybe some hip circles or some cat-cows. Just whatever feels good here. And then whenever you are ready, we will meet seated for butterfly. Lots of hip opening here today. Now, if we were holding these poses a little bit longer, we wouldn't go straight from hip opener to hip opener to hip opener. We would put something in between there, but because we're only holding for 5 breaths each, it's perfectly fine. So, whenever you are ready, just come to a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees splay out wide like an open book. You can play with where your feet are in this position. You can bring them closer to your pelvis or further away from your pelvis. Both options, doing different things in our bodies. Just kind of play with that pose and see which one, what works best for you, what feels the best in your body. And then option 2, stay lifted here. Or you can round through the spine, sink into the shoulders, sink into the hips. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, grow a little softer. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Inhale. Exhale, open through the hips a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale, find the lengthening in the spine. Inhale, stay. And exhale, soften. Inhale, start to rise up. Maybe bring the soles of your feet to your mat. Let's find a little bit of movement here. And we'll set up for melting heart next. So take your time, but we'll come back into a tabletop position. And then instead of sinking the hips back, we're going to walk our hands forward, bringing our chest all the way down. Try to keep your hips stacked over your knees here. Now you can bring your forehead to your mat, or you can bring your chin to your mat. Just try not to overstretch through the shoulders or the neck here. And take a breath in. And exhale, open through the chest. Inhale, stay. And exhale, try to soften into the pose. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, find an opening somewhere. Inhale. And exhale, soften. Last breath in. Last breath out. And slowly start to come out of the pose in whatever way feels best. Start to walk your hands back toward your knees. Maybe sink down onto the heels and roll out the shoulders. Maybe some cat-cows, just whatever feels nice. And then we will meet on our backs. Take your time getting there and take any movement along the way that feels good. Start to hug your knees into your chest. And then we'll find a nice gentle twist by letting the knees fall gently to the right side of your mat. Tee your cactus out your arms, gazing over the left shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. We're here for 5 deep breaths. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, find a deeper twist here. Inhale, stay. Exhale, try to soften through that left hip. Inhale. And exhale, let that left shoulder be a little heavier. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, we'll make our way straight over to the other side. So just letting the knees fall gently to the left. Tee your cactus out your arms if they're not already there. Gazing over the right shoulder this time if it feels okay. And stay for 5 deep breaths. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, soften through that right hip. Inhale. Exhale, soften through the spine. Inhale, stay. Exhale, let that right shoulder be a little heavier. Inhale, last time here. Exhale, soften through the whole body. Inhale, start to unwind, come back to center. We've got just one more pose. It's our Shavasana. Feel free to take any movement before you get there. And feel free to pause this video if you want to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer. We're going to hold on to the same breathing. We're going to stay for 5 breaths. So start to hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Maybe this time your forehead comes up to meet your knees. Scrunch your nose, scrunch your toes. Take the biggest breath in of your day. And on your exhale, find your Shavasana. Release everything down to the mat. Remember, we're just here for 5 deep breaths. Try to find stillness. Inhale, feel your belly rise. And exhale, feel it fall. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let your shoulders be a little heavier. Inhale, stay. Exhale, soften your jaw, your forehead, your cheeks. Inhale, find stillness. Exhale, be soft. Again, if you want to stay here in your Shavasana, feel free to pause this video. I wanted to keep this video nice and short so that you can do it between whatever busy things you've got going on today. So if you are ready, find a little bit of movement. Hug your knees into your chest. Start to rock and roll up to a seated position. Thank you so much for being here today and for allowing me to guide you through this practice. It was truly an honor. The light in me sees, honors, and loves the light in you. Namaste, my friends. Thank you again for being here, and I'll actually be back here in probably an hour or so, maybe less, for a little bit of live art. I didn't quite get to you guys yesterday, so I got to play a little bit of catch up today. So I will be at my art desk here pretty soon with some live art. If you are creative, feel free to come join me. And yeah, other than that, I will see you back here on my yoga mat Monday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for a live meditation. Bye, guys.